Welcome back to the Headspace and Tasting Podcast, where we tell stories, talk manhood, and discuss the stuff that matters to us one sip at a time. Man, one day I'll get that
someday,
right.
Matt.
I'll get it correct, but it's going to be different every week, folks. This is a custom show, and we do what we want.
We should write down a script, I guess.
Maybe. If somebody wouldn't have lost it the last time he had it.
Wasn't me.
It was you.
It's your house.
It was you. It's probably in the backseat of your car somewhere.
No. I keep my
man.
car clean so nobody can look in the window and go, oh, there's something to take.
That's a good idea. I saw somebody had some urban camouflage they would use if they had something they had to keep in their car. It was like a trash bag, but he glued a bunch of like fast food trash and stuff, so it was like a ghillie suit type. But he would lay it over his stuff, so it just looked like a pile of trash.
I was never that desperate. But, I did work for a company once that when you came inside to do a job interview, someone was sent outside to look at the car.
Really? They want to see how you're living, huh?
Yes. They would actually just look inside the car, and that was one of their little things that they used to determine, are they well organized? Are they a slob?
Okay.
That kind of sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you could probably tell a lot, like their hobbies. I know I had when we were doing the Katy Trail stuff, my car was just full of biking crap all the time.
Yeah, just don't open the trunk of my car. It's different.
Oh, man. Well, welcome back, Kevin.
Yeah.
And this is another week of us doing this thing.
Do you have the post-Thanksgiving blues?
No, I don't think so. We hosted Thanksgiving at my house, and it was great. Everybody came and happy, no drama. Played some Farkle at the end of the night to finish the night off. All the guys hung out down here, watched football game.
You had no drama? Not even a small bit?
No.
One time? Wow.
No.
Boring Thanksgiving.
But it was fun. We had 2 tables set end to end, filled it up. Everybody had a place, and it was good that I could welcome everybody. And I said grace, said the prayer before, and we did a little toast to my dad and dug in.
So you did it Dutch style?
Yeah.
As far as the table?
Mm-hmm. End to end, long table.
Yeah.
It was fun, man. I had, everybody I loved at one table. It was cool. Caitlin did an awesome job. She baked 5 pies and cooked the turkey. And I just helped out with the heavy lifting of the turkey and like holding the cavity open so she could season the inside and all that. But it was good. We brined it in a bag. And then we rubbed it down with butter, put some butter up under the skin, baked it in another baking bag, which is the first time I've done that. And, man, it came out great. Took the bag off, took it out of the bag about halfway through, and then injected it with some garlic butter and put it back in the oven. It came out perfect.
Gotcha.
It was great. So all went well. How about you?
Same.
Yeah.
Typically now I host at our house, and we had family over. And this year, my youngest daughter, Samantha, she wanted to learn how to bake a turkey.
Ooh.
Or cook a turkey. And I said, okay.
Yeah, you mentioned that last time. How'd it go?
Yeah, fantastic. All I did was guide her. She followed the recipes that I had. She did all the legwork, stuffing made by hand, everything, homemade.
Wow.
And she did a phenomenal job, basted the turkey when we needed to.
How often do you baste? We were doing every 45 minutes.
Once an hour.
Once an hour?
Once we started. So we don't start basting. So we did ours completely different. This year was new for us.
Okay.
So we put the turkey in. Instead of, usually I would take a small piece of aluminum foil and just cover the breasts.
Okay.
I wouldn't cover the whole turkey, just the breasts. This time around, we took thick sliced bacon and layered it over the top of the turkey all the way, front to back. We did same thing as you. We stuffed stuff under the skin. We rubbed it in real good, butter, salt, pepper, garlic, and fresh garlic, and drizzled it in olive oil.
Okay.
And then we take the bacon and we stuck the bacon and just layered it over the top of it.
So it didn't get smoky?
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah.
So we kind of did it for two reasons. One is kind of lock in everything without having to use foil or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the other thing is instead of setting my turkey in the pan, we put a bed of celery and carrots.
Oh, okay.
And then set it on top of it.
Yeah, ours had like a grating thing, like had handles on it so you could pick the turkey up out of the drippings.
Yeah.
It was like sat on a...
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call that, but...
Right. But we left it all in there, just a sprinkle of water in there to get it started.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did that for 2 hours, just left it in there 2 hours, didn't touch it. And then at the 2-hour mark, we took the bacon off. And then that's when I took the little pieces of aluminum foil, put it back on there.
Okay.
Just for 1 more hour.
Yeah.
And then after that 3rd hour, when we take that off, then we start the basting. And then we basted every 30 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
For the last 2 hours that it was in.
Cool, man.
And Samantha did a phenomenal job. She did that, sweet potato souffle, ambrosia salad. The stuffing was perfect. The turkey came out nice and juicy. The key is once you take it out, you got to let it rest.
Yeah, it needs to rest. Yeah.
Don't cut it because the juices will still move around in there.
Mm-hmm.
And, we let it rest for almost a half hour before we cut into it. And everything was prepared. And
cool.
Everyone had a wonderful time.
Well, good job, Samantha. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. It was, let's see, everybody brought sides and pitched in, like I said. My older sister, made cornbread stuffing to surprise Caitlin. And so that was nice, and she was really worried about how, like, the consistency, like, oh, it's mushy, and it's like, no, it's supposed to be a little mushy. Like, she did a great job, first time to ever doing that. So, it was really fun, really, really fun. Yeah, nobody got drunk and fights or nobody fell down the stairs. Kids, well, one of the kids did break a picture in my daughter's room. They were getting a little rambunctious and throwing a ball around, but I got upset because I didn't find it till the end of the night after everybody left. Nobody said anything when it got broken.
Oh.
They just kind of left it there. But
that sounds like something that happens at work.
Yeah, really. Boys will be boys, man.
Yeah. So today, you were the bourbon provider.
Yeah. Yep.
What were we doing?
Well, I've always said I'm not a collector of bourbons, but apparently I'm becoming one because I saw the 3rd installment of Booker's for sale at Costco, and I had to get it. So this is the Booker's 2025 03, and this is Jerry's batch, coming in at 124.7 proof, aged 7 years, 4 months, and 21 days, and it is a beautiful amber color. I have the card here. I'm not going to read Jerry's batch story, but it does come with a master distiller notes, and I think it's 9 different locations in the warehouse that they pulled these from, and this bourbon came from the heat of the summer time, and they have little microclimates, I guess, in different locations, and it's all 11.1%. all the way down to get your 100% fill. So there's 9 of them, I believe. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 9 different barrels. And it gives you the floor, the story, and which warehouse they came from. And it's good, man. I don't think it's as good as O2, but we're going to see what our rating is at the end. On the nose, I'm getting citrus, some oak, and what I think it might be like a banana peel type of aroma, but it was something I couldn't really. That's the only thing that popped into mind. It's probably not it, because when I think about banana peel, I'm like, no, that's not it, but that's as close as I can come with my untrained palate.
Right.
Yeah. What'd you smell?
The nose was similar. Vanilla and oak were the two
Yeah,
things, two
vanilla.
standouts. I didn't get anything else other than that.
Hmm.
The palate, completely different once I tasted it. You're going to get smacked with the heat, that's for sure. And for me, it was right in the middle of the tongue and favored the left side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was crazy.
That's weird.
And it had a little bit of a sour feel, kind of like lemon, a little, and caramel and pepper. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking more allspice, or I wanted to write cardamom, but I didn't want to sound too pretentious with writing that. But it's a spicier version, so maybe black pepper would be a better descriptor. And like sour green apples is kind of what I was getting.
Okay.
Over lemon, but
the thing that kind of hits me a little bit on it is it's got so much. It's packing so much heat that any kind of skill you have when it comes to smelling, tasting, or the finish, you really have to fight through it.
Yeah. This burns my throat like a heartburn. It kind of like it's hot all the way down. The finish for me, woody, spicy. I wrote a long burn right from the middle of my tongue down to the middle of my chest. That's where I hit.
Yeah, we don't know what the mash bill is.
No.
Obviously, we just know it's a combination of barrels that were all different, stored in different places and locations. But I was getting on the finish some honeysuckle and a combination of a wheat and rye flavor profile.
Yeah, it has to be high rye, right? Just based on the color and the spice, you would think it would be.
I would think
high
so.
Rye mash bill.
And at the same time, I was getting some weedy feel to it.
Yeah.
But it lingers quite a while. It doesn't really coat the mouth like we had last week.
No.
But it does linger around. I think that's the after effects of just the heat.
Yeah.
That's burning out.
But this is a good one to have, if you want a nice long sipping drink. That's something you're not going to drink real fast. Just have a few sips every once in a while.
Yeah, it's certainly one that if you're going to drink it on your own, it's going to be on your shelf for quite a while unless you're a real diehard bourbon drinker and just love to burn the heck out of your mouth.
Yeah, it's hot.
But,
is it like...
one every now and then, that bottle's going to last you a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, so this would be something like, if I'm going to have a couple drinks, I would probably start with one of these, but then switch to like a Maker's Mark or, Buffalo Trace, something like that.
Oh, okay. So you do it a little bit backwards.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I usually take the high heat stuff towards the end, like the high proof. Because if I'm drinking a high proof to start, I'm going back down to 90.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm losing.
You'll lose some flavor, probably. Yeah. Burn your taste
some
buds.
Of the experience. So I'll start low and work my way up.
Maybe I'll try that one day. Yeah, so stay tuned, folks, to get our rating on this. This is a tough one. And we'll see where it comes out. We got to let it breathe for a little bit.
Are you a Black Friday guy?
No, absolutely not.
Were you ever?
I'm not a Christmas guy, actually.
Gotcha.
I've never been a real big fan of Christmas. And,
which part of Christmas?
All of it.
Oh, really?
Well, I guess the commercial part of it. The gift giving and shopping and...
Decorating?
No, I don't like decorating.
Don't like the lights either?
That was pretty this morning, early, but nah, not my thing. I'm kind of the Grinch. Not that I want to ruin everybody else's Christmas. I understand that. It's the day that we celebrate the birth of Jesus, right? And which in that way, I'm excited to go to church this year and take part in all that stuff, that celebration. But the Santa Claus and Elf on the Shelf and all that junk, like I could do without it.
Okay.
But you're actually, this is your favorite holiday, right?
No.
No?
July 4th is my favorite.
Okay. But Christmas is a big deal in your house.
This comes close. Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's is a big deal.
Yeah.
In the house, yeah. We have a lot of fun with it.
Let's talk about...
We just like the experience.
I think last year we did talk about some of your traditions that you guys do, but let's go... Are you a Black Friday guy? You go out and go shopping on Black Friday?
No. Never did, even when it was popular. What I did do is I would go out real close to midnight, 11:30, 11:45, because there was a time when stores would open at midnight for Black Friday deals. And that was always a lot of fun for me to just watch, people watch.
Oh.
You know, you would drive by Target just to look, and there's 400
freezing.
people lined up down around the corner, out weaving out into the parking lot, waiting to get into the store as soon as it opened. Walmart was the same way.
Yeah.
Best Buy.
Yeah, people used to get trampled to death.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was great YouTube watching.
Yeah.
You know, to see all the videos of how everybody would fight. You see a whole body. You'd see, like, giant men just take a dive through the crowd and land on top of all the boxes of TVs and smother them to make sure he got one, you know?
You could just go back a week later and get the same deal, same TV.
You know, there was a movie, I don't remember the name of it, but there was a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Where he was fighting over the little robot toy
yeah.
for his son. And, you know, that was kind of the peak. But then it did get to a point, you know, all the online shopping now, because it used to be Cyber Monday. Now it's actually just Cyber every day.
Right.
And, you know, the stores started to get smart. They got tired of all the riots in their stores. So Black Friday just kind of went away.
Yeah, it's kind of a month-long thing.
Yeah, all the stuff just ended. They don't do everything they used to do back when it was fun.
Man.
And, you know, there's always a few people to ruin it.
Right. Yeah, it kind of showed the dark side of this holiday.
But I was always amazed how you'd have 300 people standing in line at GameStop to get, and the store would announce ahead of time, there's only 2 here. And there's still 300 people sitting out there like...
the first 2 in line, what's the point?
Right. Or everybody behind them is thinking, maybe they're not going for what I want. I don't know. I just never understood that whole concept.
I guess Jeff Bezos saved us from that nightmare, huh? with Amazon.
In a way, I guess. But yeah, so we always do, well, it's ever since I've been a kid growing up, you know, the day after Thanksgiving is when you put up your tree.
Okay.
And the Christmas season starts. My whole life has always been a fake tree all the way up until 2 years ago. I think this is our 3rd year. 2 years ago, we decided to go get a real tree just to get one. Mm-hmm. Everyone had a blast. And so we've been getting a real tree every year.
Cool. And
this one was a little different. Kind of reminded me of Charlie Brown.
Did it? It opened up and was a little bit skinny?
It wasn't skinny, but remember when you mentioned sparse. That it was, hey, the trunk is curved.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Well, it wasn't the trunk. It's the entire tree. The entire tree has a natural bow-like curve in it. And, you know, when we stood it up at the tree farm, it didn't look like that at all.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when we hauled it back, you know, it's got the little curve at the stump. And I thought, oh, yeah, that's all right. They'll adjust it. And, you know, we got it home and we stood it up. And it did stand up. It wasn't falling. But the whole tree is just really odd looking.
Like it grew up under a strong breeze its whole life.
Yeah. So we ended up cutting the bottom 7 inches off the stump. And then readjusting it and getting it up there. And, you know, it was fine. Everything's good on it. Okay. But depending on the angle you're looking at right now, you're still going to see this curve. It just reminds us of the Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Oh, man.
So we kind of turned it a little bit. So if it does fall over for real, it's going to fall into the wall, not onto the floor.
Yeah, it'll lean itself out.
I don't think it will, though. But it's just odd looking.
That's great.
And
I guess that's part of the fun, though, of that.
It was. Yeah. Or is. And so every year, you know, we get the tree, we get it set up. Everyone's decorating the rest of the house, all the decorations, got the Christmas music playing, and everyone's just more or less waiting for Dad to get the stinking lights on the tree. Because I just don't take the lights and fling them on there the outer edges. I dig in there. And
you got to get it all the way in.
All over the place. So it takes forever. And ended up getting 8 strings of lights on this tree.
Dang.
And then once it's
probably 25 feet each or 15 feet.
I can't remember.
Man,
there were some big ones in there. And get them all in there, and then finally everybody's like, all right, you can start decorating. And then everyone spends all their time hovering over the tree and putting all the... I didn't think they'd get all the ornaments on this year.
Really?
The tree wasn't as big as it usually is. It's not as wide.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit thinner. But they fought tooth and nail to get every stinking ornament on that thing, and they did. And it's beautiful. Looks great.
Cool. Yeah, Caitlin ordered she went to Hobby Lobby, got a fake tree, a pre-lit tree, but there were LED lights on it, and it looks purple, like purple and blue lights. It's weird. So we took that thing back because it just doesn't look Christmassy. It's like neon lights. It's weird. So she ordered one off Amazon. I think it's 7.5 feet tall and 59 inches at the widest part. So it's going to be a pretty big tree. And then we're going to decorate it how we want to. And then maybe next year we'll do it a little bit different. We'll figure it out. So we're a fake tree. Last year we had the little tabletop 2-footer, 3-foot.
Yeah.
That's all we did.
We've done that.
Yeah, just because we had, crawling baby and puppy and all that. So this year we're getting a full-size tree. We almost bought a live one. But we're thinking, like, man, I don't know. Cat's going to be all up in there. Dog's drinking the water. Emma pulling stuff, like eating the needles and all that. So we're going to stick with the fake one.
Well, we don't do the tree theme like some people do. Ours is all strictly just ornaments we've collected over the years.
That's what I like.
Or the handmade ones or whatever.
Ones for the kids. Yeah.
So we have a lot in there. We have ornaments that are as old as Gail's dad when he was a kid. So, some 70, 80-year-old ornaments that we slap up there as well.
That's cool.
So we have a good mix of old and new.
You do colored lights or just the white?
Colored lights.
Yeah, I got to do the colored lights.
And then,
remember the old glass light bulbs that would get so hot you're afraid it's going to catch the tree on fire?
Or they bubbled.
Yeah.
The little bubbles.
Yeah. Like, make sure you water that thing, man, because you turn into a torch.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of with Bear, with the tree, because this is his first time with the tree.
Yeah.
And, when we first got it in there and got it going, he was sniffing around. He started to chew on the branches, and he's gotten used to it now. What he can't stand is my little motorized Santa Claus that's only about 2 feet tall that stands next to the fireplace.
Yeah.
And he holds a little light in his hand, and his other hand waves a little bit, and he just moves back and forth.
He's scared of it.
And he can't stand that thing. He stands there and barks at it, butts his nose up against it, and Santa Claus just never responds to him. He's always smiling and waving at him. Like he's egging him on some.
Oh, man.
But he's kind of got used to him already a little bit.
Yeah.
But this morning when he was off, I saw him walking over there, and he just starts nosing himself into the thing again, waiting for Santa to come on, I guess. I don't know. It's funny.
So we're always on the lookout for new family traditions because we're a relatively new family, me and Caitlin and Emma. And so one thing we did was all three of us helped do the pies. All helped do that. And Emma had her little plastic knives out and was cutting apples for the apple crisp and stuff like that. And it was really fun. So this Christmas, with her being 2 now, we can kind of be on the lookout for something fun to do to carry on throughout the years.
Setting traditions is a big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal. Even some of the things that we don't do or I would consider not doing, and the kids freak out. And all my kids are grown now.
Yeah.
And they still want to do the same traditions. They got mad at me yesterday because last year at the end of Christmas, we had all our Christmas decorations out, and Gail and I are going through them going, do we really want to keep this?
Oh.
Is it time to do this, that, and the other? This thing's broken. Do we really want to hold on to it? And there were 2 or 3 things that we agreed that, we'll just go ahead and get rid of those, and then we can always get a new decoration of something to replace it, whatever.
Right.
And, first thing, Kids are going, where are the two angels that light up on the wings? We don't have them anymore. We decided to get rid of them. I can't believe it. It's just,
Yeah, how about you move out and get your own house, get your own decorations?
it's funny how things just stick into people's heads.
Yeah,
and then we
there's
get all the stockings up, and then right in the middle there's an empty space. Well, it's Michael's.
Oh.
Because it's in Japan.
Oh, he's got his with him? Okay.
We sent it to him last year. Well, he never sent it back to us. So guess what? So my daughter Rebecca sent him a text yesterday and said, you need to come home right now and bring your stocking with you.
Yeah, bring it. Book a flight. Get here.
So
Does he come home for Christmas? Is he going to come
not
home this
usually.
year?
No, I doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't think he will.
I never did either. I don't think. Can't remember.
It's expensive.
It is. And just the holiday rush at the airports and all that junk.
Yeah. He's thinking about coming home when it's nice out next summer.
Okay.
Plus the flights will be cheaper.
Well, he's coming toward. How much more time does he have over there?
I think September was his second year.
So he's got another year?
Year and a half to 2.
Oh. Man, that's a long.
I think it's a 4-year tour.
Dang.
To Okinawa, of all places.
The Marine Corps does not care. Dude.
Yeah.
That's
and
rough.
it's accompanied. If you have family,
yeah.
you bring your family over there.
So what is an accompanied tour in the Army is 3 years. Right? Germany.
So. Yeah.
Germany, Alaska, Hawaii, even Korea, I guess, if you were down far south, far enough south.
Yeah, I thought they recently extended the tours to kind of cut down on moving costs.
I think they did. Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, any other fun traditions you guys do? Christmas traditions?
Well, we always bake cookies. The kids still write letters to Santa. Santa still responds.
You get the pickle tradition.
Oh, yeah. That's probably the biggest one now is we have an ornament that is a dill pickle. And then every morning before everyone's moving around or while they're all doing something, I hide the pickle in the Christmas tree somewhere. And then they all wait at the start line. And then when I say go, they rush the tree and go searching for the pickle. So you got 5 kids fighting over each other, looking all over the tree. And whoever finds the pickle first gets a date with Dad. And been doing that for...
How did that start?
Years. Don't even remember.
Yeah.
But it's been going on for a number of years. And for a while there, Samantha, I think, won 3 or 4 years in a row. Everybody was getting really mad. And last year, Jenna lost for the first time. Her streak was lost. She was disappointed. But it's always fun. It's amazing. Sometimes, there was one time the pickle search took almost 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
They couldn't find it. One time we started, the pickle search is done in less than 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
It just depends. And I do my best to hide that thing.
Yeah.
In there. It's got to be on the tree. I can't put it somewhere else. It has to be on the tree. But it doesn't. That's the only rule. Is on the tree.
Does it have like a little Santa Claus hat on or something?
No, it's just a dill pickle.
A pickle. That's it.
Just a dill pickle hanging ornament. And so, one time we have a ornament airplane, biplane sitting on there. One time I had the pickle in the biplane's driver's seat. I've had it laying sideways on a branch, kind of like an inchworm. All kinds of things. And they find it.
Yeah.
I try to find dead spots where the lights are.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Put it there so it doesn't sparkle.
Yeah, for us growing up, it was we did Christmas Eve with extended family. And then usually it would be my grandpa or my dad or one of my uncles or would play Santa Claus and come in and play Santa Claus for the kids. And then we would all draw names for gifts. So whoever's name you draw, you buy them a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would open those presents. I usually had a annual game of chess with my grandpa. And then go home. We'd all stay at my parents' house, even older. Like we'd all spend the night. And then get up and be in our pajamas, open presents. Do you guys do Santa Claus brings some gifts that are unwrapped and then gifts that are wrapped are from other people, or do you wrap everything?
Well, I can't confirm or deny that.
Oh, it's just whatever Santa does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Santa would always leave, like say he brought me a bike. The bike would be there, like in the I would stand at the end of the hall because I had to wait for Mom and Dad to get up. But we'd be looking through the door like, oh, I see there's a bike and there's this and there's this. And there's some, so whatever Santa brought would be unwrapped.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty fun. But you had to wait till everybody was up. And then,
yes.
Had their coffee or whatever and would sit down as a family.
One year when it was only Rachel and Michael before I had my other kids, it just so happened that Christmas fell on Sunday.
Okay.
We went to church first before we opened presents.
But they were dying.
They were.
That's torture.
It was. Sorry, kids.
Yeah, we'd have Santa's helper. Somebody would get picked to go hand out the gifts. So it wasn't like everybody just jumped in, opened presents. So
right.
It would start out, handing, and then eventually it would like, all right, this is taking forever. Just everybody open your stuff.
Yep.
It was fun. We have when we were going through pictures of my dad, found pictures from Christmas of like I one year I got a Cub Scout uniform, like the whole thing, and then I got some boxing gloves. So I'm in my Cub Scout uniform with boxing gloves on, and stuff like that.
Yeah, and going around and we'd watch different movies whenever we can as a family leading up to Christmas, like now up until Christmas. But Christmas Eve, there are several things that we do without fail. We're always going to watch the movie Holiday Inn.
Okay.
And they still want me to read the book 'Twas the Night Before Christmas out loud. And they still want me to show them the pictures.
That's a good tradition. That's a good one.
I mean, I did that one ever since they were real little.
Yeah.
But they still want me to do that.
That's great.
So I'll still read the book. And then breakfast on Christmas, after all the presents are all done and everybody's cleaning up, it is usually some kind of fancy cinnamon roll thing that we'll make.
Yeah, we usually do like some kind of egg casserole, like sausage, egg, and potato casserole. And as we all got older, I think we started doing mimosas or something. I don't know. But yeah, we'll have to talk to Caitlin, see what kind of traditions. Reading the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas is that's a great one. And then church service.
Yeah, because you can't read it without acting it out.
Oh yeah, you got to do the voices. And
all of it.
That's the problem. I would read The Hobbit to my boys when they were younger, but I had to do all the voices. And it's hard to keep track of all that stuff, and it takes forever to get through The Hobbit. Mm-hmm. But they were like, Dad, what are you doing? Like, no, you got to do the voices. What's wrong?
Right.
Like, all right, so I have to be Smeagol and Dumbledore or whatever the heck his name is. Not Dumbledore. What's his name?
I have no idea.
The wizard. Whatever the wizard. I don't think the wizard's in The Hobbit, is it? Is he? Anyway, any book I read that had any characters in it, I had to act it out and do the voices. And the kids were like, they would not sit still and listen to me unless I acted it out.
My favorite book that the kids always wanted me to read to them was Fox and Socks.
Oh, okay.
They just loved how it's just rhythmic and rhyming.
Mm-hmm.
And, when I get to the Tweedle Beetle battle and all those, they just love it because I can zip through that thing without twisting my tongue. Fox, socks, box, knocks.
Mm-hmm.
Fox and socks, socks and box.
Yeah. My
just
kids are
kept
one
on
fish,
going.
two fish, red fish, blue fish. They love that one.
Yeah.
We'll see what Emma likes. Emma tends to, she likes all the books.
Green Eggs and Ham.
Mm-hmm.
Sam I Am.
That's a good one. We watched How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version of it, and she sat stone still silent. Like, I could tell she was trying to decide whether she should be scared or have fun. And she was just watching very closely the whole thing. And then we watched the cartoon version.
Okay, good.
She likes the cartoon version.
Yes.
So she's always asking for the Grinch now.
I like the cartoon version over Jim Carrey.
Yeah. I just because Jim Carrey's acting and it's very dark. And I'm a dark comedy fan and I'm a Jim Carrey fan, but yeah, she likes the cartoon version. But now if you go on say you go on Amazon and you click on one Grinch movie, there's like 5 in a row that'll play. Like all the different Grinch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I guess they kept going with the new cartoon version of it. They kept going and made sequels, apparently, like every other Christmas after. I don't know. But, yeah, she watches those.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're going to watch It's a Wonderful Life this year on Christmas Eve. That might be one.
Okay.
Me and Caitlin do that together. But, yeah, traditions are awesome, man. And we're going to do Thanksgiving at my house every year now. That's
nice.
It's my thing to host.
The one tradition that has died off, I would say generally, is greeting cards. Everybody will still get greeting cards, and there are still some people who send them out. But overall, greeting cards have just died.
Yeah, I remember like our mantle used to be just stacked full of them.
Yeah.
But now it's just, what, like Facebook messages or text messages people send?
Yeah. Or the other thing, it's kind of dying off too, but they would send the annual family letter. You know, hey, this is our life over 2025, you know, and just kind of a Christmas letter. Those even started to fall off too.
My Uncle Cliff and Aunt Mary, they still do it. They'll do like a family photo, family Christmas photo, and a card, and they'll send it out. And then his sons took that up, doing that. So that's nice.
Yeah, it's kind of replaced the greeting card deal. I mean, I remember as a kid that we sold greeting cards.
Yeah.
To raise money.
Right, yeah.
You sell boxes of greeting cards.
For Cub Scouts or school, whatever.
Yep.
Basketball team.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah. What went wrong? Is that a good evolution or is it bad? Is it are we losing touch with our neighbors?
Well, I think, you know, it's the whole digitization of society.
Yeah.
I think we just all broke down and lost it.
I can't imagine what it would feel like to get a handwritten letter from somebody right now. It'd be weird. I'd be like, what the heck is wrong? Why are you writing me this letter? What's wrong?
I am a big believer in the handwritten letter. Occasionally, very rarely, I'll still send a random one out to somebody.
Okay. They're special, man. I still have all mine from when I was overseas, when I was in basic training and in Korea.
Same here.
I have them all. I even have some from a pen pal, from grade school pen pal that was in Japan, and then one in France. I still have those.
I used to do prison pen pals.
Oh.
Where you used to write to a prisoner.
Yeah.
And then establish a pen pal situation with that prisoner and just write back and forth. That was always interesting.
Yeah, I bet. I guess you got to ask them, what are you in for? What'd you do?
Yeah, you're not allowed to do any of that. No, you're not allowed to talk about it. You don't talk about certain things. You know, you have to practice OPSEC, right?
Yeah.
So don't give out your address. Your return address is the church that you sponsor through.
Okay.
And then they send the mail to church and you go pick it up.
Okay. So it's an outreach thing.
Yes, they don't know your address. You don't talk about peculiarities or specifics when it comes to family or yourself. And that's the rule with the prisoner, too. He doesn't talk about his situation. And then everything's just voluntary. You're just establishing a relationship and, you know, you're trying to cheer them up.
Yeah.
You know, or just be a wall or not a wall, a voice or an ear to whatever they've got going on.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah. I never really regretted that. I thought that was worthwhile.
Yeah, I'm sure they're like good behavior is tied into that. Like, hey, you got to be a good, you know, inmate in order to participate in this project, or if you misbehave, we'll take it away from you, or something like that.
I have no idea.
Kind of like those prisons where they train dogs and cats, like they do cat and dog rescue, and then they take care of them, train them, get them adopted out. I think all that's great, man. Reform, any sort of reform you can do.
Yeah. But I mean, letter writing, greeting card, all that stuff, I mean, that just goes hand in hand with everything else, in which we just become a very detached society. And you know what? That's probably the ultimate conspiracy theory right there.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you can keep everyone separated, then
United we stand, divided we fall.
Exactly.
Well, what else is going on, dude? At the beginning of December, we have December 7th, a day that will live in infamy.
Yeah.
The speaking of conspiracy theories, Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was actually the case. I mean, anybody can make a link and say, "Oh, there was this information or that information,"
Sure.
but it's true with most stuff.
Yeah. So I had the pleasure of going to Hawaii while I was a part of the 25th Infantry Division, but I was in 1st Brigade, stationed in Fort Lewis, and our division headquarters is in Hawaii, Schofield Barracks. And so I was one company out of the battalion. We were Alpha Company, 65th Engineers, sappers, and everybody else, Bravo, Charlie, were in headquarters. Bravo and Charlie were in Hawaii. And so they had the first best sapper competition, expert sapper competitions, they called it back then. So I got to go to Hawaii for 3 weeks to compete in that. And one of the things you notice right away when you're going into Schofield Barracks is there are still buildings that they're all fenced off with bullet holes in them from the invasion, from when Japan first made their landfall at Kolikoli Pass. And this giant hill we would run up every Friday. I don't know how far up it is, but when you stand up on the top of it, that pass in the mountains is where the Japanese planes came through first time making landfall on any part of U.S. soil. And then they shot up Schofield Barracks on their way to Pearl Harbor. So that was like a really cool connection to history to see that they maintain those buildings. And Kolikoli Pass is, all the units, that's like the big, whenever they do big division runs or whatever, you're going up Kolikoli Pass. So it was pretty neat, man, to see. I didn't go to Pearl Harbor. I wish I did. I was in a different mind frame back then, partying on Waikiki Beach and chasing girls. Mm-hmm. But I wish I would have went to Pearl Harbor. That would have been really cool to see.
I mean, it really was a dreadful day.
It was.
And we have almost 2,700 killed, I think.
Mm-hmm.
As of today, March of 2025, so I don't know as of today, which is the end of the year, but as of March of 2025, there were only 11 Pearl Harbor survivors remaining.
Wow.
Out of all that participated there or happened to be there that day. And, we still have Pearl Harbor Day as a holiday. Mm-hmm. It's not a national holiday, technically. But we still have Pearl Harbor Day. I know my VFW post still does a Pearl Harbor Day ceremony every year. And I always wonder how long it will continue. For instance, after the Civil War, there was a holiday, the Grand Army of the Republic, and there was something else that had to do with the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
And that went on and on and on. And then 1956, which is almost 100 years later, when the last surviving member of the Grand Army of the Republic passed, then it dissolved. And I wonder if a similar situation will happen, modern day. Pearl Harbor, you get the last 11 survivors, they pass away. Will there still be a Pearl Harbor Day? Will they still do a ceremony?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think so, because Pearl Harbor, it's what is a national park now, right? Where the USS Arizona is and all that. And the president usually does a ceremony there every year. And, the Navy definitely likes to hold on to traditions and remembrance days for them.
I mean, militarily, it was the worst surprise attack on the United States ever.
Yes. Yeah, I guess worse than War of 1812 when the British invaded, burned the White House.
Yeah, but that was, we were already at war.
We were at war with them.
That was already
a
declaration.
Surprise attack.
And I was trying to think about that too, and I did not do any research on it. But prior to us entering World War II, I would say even World War II in general, Was there a war in which it kicked off by a surprise attack versus the traditional, we're going to declare war on you,
Yeah.
and then the war starts? I mean, World War One actually was that. You had an assassination, and everybody declared war on each other and mobilized.
Yeah. But I think
and then started shooting each other.
I think they were creeping towards war anyway when the assassination happened, right?
There was a buildup over several decades,
Yeah,
actually.
tensions were high, and then that was just
Yes.
somebody threw the match in the fire.
But I just wonder. I can't think of another time.
Pearl Harbor and 9/11.
And I don't even know that since even in modern day periods. I mean,
like a military invasion.
If there was going to be a declaration of war on another nation, is it going to be something in which we're going to go to Congress, the president is, and request a declaration of war on, let's say, Venezuela?
No, I don't think.
And then we're going to attack them.
No, I don't think those days are done.
Yeah, this is where the War Powers Act has become very dangerous over the years.
It is.
And unfortunately, we have congressmen who decided to hand over their War Powers Act and their own responsibilities to the executive, and that's why the executive is so much more powerful today than he's ever been, because Congress refuses to deal with it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And, congressmen can complain and cry all day long about...
Oh, that's just crocodile tears, man. They're not really upset about anything, just as long as they can do their insider trading and keep getting elected and keep getting rich.
Yeah.
That's
it's
the
unfortunate.
they care about.
It's very unfortunate.
Mm. Man, did you see the 2 National Guardsmen that got shot in D.C.?
Yeah, one passed and one is barely holding on.
Yeah, by an Afghan immigrant from, I guess he was like a part of a refugee program. Apparently he worked with the CIA in Afghanistan in some capacity.
And, did he travel from Oregon all the way to D.C.?
Is that what it said?
I think he actually traveled from Oregon. I think that's where he was living.
Dude. Weird. Anyway, all the Afghan refugees and immigrants are going to get a very close looking at, apparently, now. And
as well they should.
They should. I don't even know what. I don't know, man. I feel so conflicted about it. Like, yeah, we should help people and accept immigrants from all over the world, because that's who we are as a country. But
well, I mean, that's our issue, is we've lost sight of who we even are as a country.
That's true. I agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, that's a hard one to discuss.
It's sad, man. It really is sad and tragic, but it's all according to God's plan, I think. And the only thing we can do is keep faith in Him, keep living our lives.
Right.
But it's hard not to get pessimistic and sad about it.
True.
But it's up to us. Like, we can't. When I hear people talking about our leaders in Congress or our leaders in the White House, like hold on a second. Those are our employees. They work for us. We are the leaders of this country, the citizenry. So I'm a leader. You're a leader. Everybody should be thinking independently, as I am the leader of my household, and I'm going to take care of my family and my neighbors and extend out from there. When you're looking at somebody like Lindsey Graham to be in charge of your life, to take care of you and do the right thing for your family, you're so far gone that there's no hope. Or if you think Donald Trump is going to be one single guy who can fix this country, you're out of your mind.
Exactly.
So people just need to step up and accept the responsibility that comes with being an American citizen. I'm watching this Ken Burns documentary about the revolution and how, it's a very complex issue, but for the most part, people were like, hold on a second. I can be in charge of my own life, my own liberty, in pursuit of happiness. I can do that. Are you sure? Like, is that real? And then as soon as they got a little bitty taste of it, it was on like wildfire. Then they were like, oh, hell yeah. No king's going to tell me what to do, And they looked at it like, oh, well, I'm probably going to die. But I have to do it. It's my sacred oath. Like, it's my honor. This is, it is what it is type of thing. Like, if I die, then it's worth it.
Right.
And we're so far separated from that, like you said.
I will give you a little bit of positive observation I saw. So my wife and I went out to a concert last night.
Yeah.
And all ages, not one age group dominated another. Everyone from teens to elderly were at this concert. I'd say 1,500, 2,000 people present. And I actually was looking around. There was no signage, no pre-concert announcement, no announcement by the performers. Mm-hmm. Not a single person within my view of the entire stage and the audience put up a phone, took a picture, or filmed it. Wow. And I've been to several concerts where every single person's got their phone up and they're filming.
Sometimes you see people that are recording the entire show.
Yeah.
Where back in the day, you would get snatched up by your shirt collar and thrown out for trying to record a show on a tape recorder.
Or take pictures.
Yeah, Kevin.
I'm a witness. But, not a single person did. And you know what? Every single person was there enjoying the show.
That's awesome.
And being part of the experience.
Be present. Yeah.
Being present in the moment. And that is, to me, that was one of the highlights of concert etiquette that I saw that was positive. I've been to many, and this one here was very surprising, very enjoyable. It just made for a more enjoyable experience because you have more audience participation. People just really getting into it. It was a good time.
I'm big on concert etiquette, man, because I've been going to shows since I was 15 years old, and I'm talking like some hardcore metal, mosh pit shows. And there's actually a YouTube video of me from midnight, like I think it was 90, probably 95. I'm on. You can see me on a Deftones at a Deftones concert in downtown St. Louis. I get up on the stage and stage dive. And I just decided I wanted to search it, see if it was on there for some reason, and I was like, "Holy cow, there it is! There's the concert." And I was like, "Hey, who's that skinny kid with long hair jumping off That's me." But there is certain etiquette, like in the mosh pit. If somebody falls to the ground, you don't stomp on them, you don't kick them, you help them up, and then you keep doing, beating the crap out of each other. But if somebody falls, you pick them up. If you're a real tall guy, you don't go up to the front. You let shorter people kind of, look around you. If there's some a lady who's shorter than you, whatever, let her scoot around to the front. That's a good one. When you're going through the crowd, if you feel somebody touch you on your right shoulder, that means they want to go around to your right. They're trying to get around and, probably try to get to the bathroom, or they're coming back from the bathroom, whatever. So don't be a jerk is basically the number one rule. Don't be a jerk, because we're all here to enjoy the show and have a good time. Don't ruin it for everybody. I've had some recent wild encounters at shows where guys get out of control. We're at the edge of the mosh pit, and Caitlin was in front of me, and we're just enjoying the show, and I'm shielding her from the chaos behind me, and I just keep getting blasted by one. It's the same dude just coming by, trying to push me, and my wife, is in between me and the barricade at the front of the stage. So I was just like, "Hey, babe, I'll be right back." And I attacked this guy. I didn't attack him, but I moshed him lovingly to let him know, "Don't come near me again." And while I was gone, the dude that was standing next to us, he was like, "Hey, don't worry, I got you while he's gone." And he was just kind of protected his girl and mine. And those are like the unwritten rules, etiquette but yeah, don't be holding your phone up, especially when people are standing behind you trying to enjoy the show, and the only thing they see is your stupid iPhone up in the air. Like, get out of here with that crap, man.
Yeah, the other things I saw last night, everyone was respectful. No one was angry with any of the helpers.
Good. That's good.
Hopefully I just don't know what it was, but it was maybe the right moment, and everyone
vibes and
was in a good mood.
That's
and,
great.
Respected each other.
Yeah, that's good.
We actually ran into two other couples we knew before the concert started.
Okay.
Said hi to them. So yeah, that was a good experience.
Yeah, there's some venues now they hand out these Faraday bags that you have to put your phone in. Like concert or comedy shows are big.
Oh yeah, that was the one other thing. That was the only thing that caught me off guard is you don't go to concerts anymore without empty, or even the ballpark, without emptying your pockets, putting it in a basket, going through the metal detector, right? People in front of us in line, there was a couple people, you see everybody doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you get the two people that go all the way up in their turns like, I got to empty my pocket?
Yeah.
And I heard the one security guy goes, "Where's your wallet? Put your wallet in there." I can put my wallet in there too? Come on.
Yeah, dude.
Just empty your pockets and stick it in there and walk through.
Right. Yeah, even me, like I wear steel toe boots sometimes, and I'll before I even walk through, I'm like, hey, I got steel toe boots on, so you get the wand ready, and I'll put all my stuff in there, go through, belt buckle, steel toes, lift my pants up, you can see my ankles, not a gun strapped to my ankle, whatever.
Yep.
There you go. Move on.
Yeah, that was the only shortcoming of the whole evening.
Yeah, some people are like, dude, have you been in your house for the past 15 years? Where have you been?
Even leaving. Everyone was nice. No one was ignorant with driving through the parking lot or anything like that.
That's always a pleasure.
Unusual. Loved it.
Good. Hopefully that's a trend that will continue. Let's see, when is my next concert? We're going to go to a concert in January at the Duck Room. Chuck Berry's Blueberry Hill at the Duck Room. And we went there last year, same guy. And everybody was super cool. It was fun. Nobody had their phones out. But that's a fun room to go. It's like a super low ceiling and real tight. Like, I don't know how many people could get in there. Maybe 200? Maybe. I don't know. But it's fun. That's a good place to go. Everybody.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying, everybody's nice. And I think it's the performers, too. Like, depending on which artist you're going to see, you'll see different crowds of people. But I'm not, like, I've been to a Pantera concert before and thought I was going to die. I thought it like, this is a riot. This is not a concert anymore. This is a riot. People are getting thrown up in the air and people throwing water bottles and just getting violent. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I enjoy the music, but I'm good on the concerts.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to where the chill people are, I think. What were you going to say?
Oh, to bring closure, you mentioned Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
So last week I talked about, in our last show at the Pink Angels Foundation, everything you had to do for the radiation exposure claim. When I was going through my files and stuff, trying to find the right document, I came across what I thought I knew I had and couldn't find it, and I still have it, my Chuck Berry autograph.
Yeah, from the gas station?
Yeah.
That you talking about?
I found it.
Awesome.
Chuck Berry, he's got a little happy face he drew with it.
Neat.
So I still have it. And then I found, who was the commander of Vietnam?
Westmoreland?
Westmoreland. I have his autograph. I found his. It was right next to Chuck Berry's.
Oh. Weird. That's an odd one to have. How did you get that one?
Late 80s, no, mid 80s. He was the master of ceremonies for the annual Veterans Day Parade downtown St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
And he was sitting up on the main viewing stand.
Yeah.
And I just went up there with my book and said, "Hey, General, can I get your autograph?" And he signed it.
Neat.
Yeah. I would think I was, 15, 16.
What do you think of that guy? Like, do you feel like his legacy unfairly tarnished because of Vietnam?
I think that was true with most of them.
Yeah.
Many of them. I mean, they're World War II, heightened Cold War mentality of just about every general at that time.
They were,
and, they're fighting and commanding a war with their hands tied.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. I mean, I told you, my dad, he was there 71, 72, toward the end of the war.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a Marine, and every day they'd issue them their ammunition for the base he was at. They had to turn in the same amount of ammunition at the end of every day. Yep. And they weren't allowed to have anything missing. And he said one time there was a VC soldier running through, firing his AK.
Yeah.
He ran right through the perimeter, fired it, ran all the way through to the other side. They weren't allowed to shoot back at him.
Oh, man.
And he left. No injuries or anything. And then they turned in their ammo at the end of the day.
Dude.
You would have been court-martialed if you had missing ammo at that time.
That's crazy, man.
You know? Some things never changed. I mean, it happened in Afghanistan,
it
right?
It did, yeah.
Same things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah, like you said, some of those guys, they really got a raw deal. You know, he was a honorable man, serving his country, but he was just like the whipping boy of failure. Like anytime there was a big tactical failure, blame us, Westmoreland. But he's a World War II veteran, probably Korean War veteran as well, wasn't he?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And I don't know too much about his history, but I just know like they never named a tank after him or named a army installation after him or any sort of weapons system that usually like the Bradley or the
Well,
Sherman.
They still haven't named anything the Schwarzkopf either.
No, that's true. that's a tough name though. Fort Schwarzkopf
or the Powell. There's nothing called the Powell.
No, I don't think there ever will be. But yeah, that's just something we don't do anymore. I don't think until the base name changes, the woke era, Biden era name changes.
Yeah, warships like still go that
Cavazos. Way. Oh yeah, you do have a. There are some Medal of Honor recipients that had some ships named after them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that still takes place.
Yeah, good old Navy, man.
They actually have a program that's all spelled out and how you're going to name a different class of warship.
Oh, really?
Yes, they have an actual format.
So, like aircraft carriers have to be presidents or admirals or what?
I don't know because you got the Nimitz.
Yeah,
he was an admiral. I'm not sure of the format, but they all exist. For instance, all the battleships were states.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, the destroyers. I think that's who the Medal of Honor recipients get. They get destroyers.
Yeah, but I mean everything down to their cargo ships, mine layers, all that stuff, submarines. Everything has a format on how they're going to name it.
Huh. Yeah. I don't know. Do you know any names of a submarine? Like, what's the name of one submarine you can think of?
Well, yeah, the Ohio class submarines.
Yeah, so they're just a class, but they don't have like the USS Nimitz type.
Oh
name.
No, they're all named. I just got to think about this a second. You threw me off guard.
Yeah, it just popped. And I was like, I don't know any, like no famous submarines, but they do crazy clandestine stuff.
Well, I mean, the Nautilus was famous.
Nautilus?
They did have the Nautilus submarine.
So I wonder if they're all mythical names. That'd be pretty cool. The Kraken. That'd be a fun one.
Yeah, I don't think
they've
done anything like that.
What you got?
Let's see. We have the Nautilus.
Okay.
Oh, wow. They got a big list.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. And
well, I got to go. All right, I got to go back up into the future. Ooh. They named them all the way back to the very first one, so I got to go up.
But what kind of names are they, though?
Hang on.
Just rattle off a few.
Hang on. Well, I mean, that's right. World War II, they're all named after fish. The plunger, the skipjack, the snapper, the stingray, the sturgeon, the spearfish. I forgot about that.
Okay.
The sea lion, the thresher, the trout. I don't want to be... And let's see, the trout. That was lost around 29 February 1944, possibly hit by a mine. The grayback, the grouper, the growler.
My son was on a LSDS. It was the Gunston Hall. I don't even know what the heck that is.
Ooh, boy, that's a big list. I didn't realize we had so many submarines.
There's probably more than that we don't even talk about.
Named after states.
States?
Ohio, Michigan, Florida, Georgia.
Okay.
There's a couple that are unassigned.
Unassigned. Top secret.
To Texas, Massachusetts.
Okay.
They even have the USS District of Columbia.
Oh.
They still name some by... They still name some by fish. Very rare. But most of them are all states. I guess they replaced the battleship.
Okay.
There are some that are cities. The Toledo, the Tucson, the Charlotte, the Boise, the Santa Fe, the Springfield, the Annapolis. They're all named after capital cities. There's the Jefferson City also. Didn't even know we had one. Let's see what the USS Jefferson City is. Los Angeles class submarine. Let's see. Laid it down in 87, launched in 1990. And apparently it's still in active. It is. It's still in active service.
So yeah, destroyers. That's cool. Destroyers are named after Medal of Honor recipients. And Kyle Carpenter has one. He's going to get his name on a U.S. Navy destroyer.
Okay.
He's still alive. He jumped on a grenade and survived. Neat.
Yeah, so there you go.
Good on the Navy. And the Navy's always awesome about keeping just traditions like that alive.
A little bit of live research on the show.
There you go. Oh, man. What else you got, Kevin? What else you want to talk about?
Man.
Nothing?
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I can make up stuff.
Yeah, I make some stuff up.
You want to make something up?
I think I broke my glasses.
What in nature takes your breath away?
What in nature takes my breath away? Man, you know something that I always found to be fascinating are clouds. Just like when you were a kid, you just lay in the grass and look up at clouds. And just in learning about the science behind them and how they form and what the different types of clouds are and what they mean and what's the weather system and how they move and change shape as they're moving through the sky and all that. Yeah, clouds to me have always been probably the number one thing. What about you?
It's not a thing. It's what I see. So the vista, a grand view.
Oh,
so if I see high mountains, or if I'm standing at a high place, I could see out forever.
Okay.
Standing on a pier in the ocean and just seeing the vastness of the ocean.
Yeah.
And taking that whole thing in. I can stand and just look at nature.
Yeah.
Live forever.
Lightning bugs, or whatever you want to call them, fireflies, lightning bugs, to me, are some of the most, like, the bioluminescent animals, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is the coolest thing. Like, how are we not freaking out right now that these bugs are flying around, lighting up in this color? Like, this is incredible that we can see something like that in front of our eyes.
And that's the downfall of the lightning bug is all of our light pollution.
Yeah.
Are killing off the lightning bugs.
Oh, what a shame, dude. We used to massacre those things when I was a kid, though. I feel terrible. We played lightning bug baseball.
Oh, I never did that.
With wiffle ball bats, and you'd go and smack them with your...
Well, there was a place here in St. Louis that was doing research on lightning bugs, and they paid you for what you caught.
Oh, okay.
So you have jarfuls of them.
Yeah?
And you could take them to this place, and they would pay you based on what you had.
Dude, I think that's one of the coolest bugs in the world.
Yes.
There's a Congaree National Forest in South Carolina. It has a one night a year where all the fireflies will come out, and it looks like the whole entire forest is lit up with these things, and it's a swamp, but it's just incredible. And they actually have like a minor league baseball team named the Fireflies. It's a pretty famous thing. So if you're ever in South Carolina around that time of year to go see the fireflies in Congaree National Forest, it's really, really cool.
Gotcha.
What else? You got a big long list of stuff there.
Yeah. I don't want to.
We don't have to do the whole thing.
Well, I don't want to ask any other questions.
Why?
Because I got to think too much. Okay.
About 20 minutes to kill, dude. Let's go.
What is the perfect day for you?
There's no such thing.
Right.
It could be any number of things, man. It could be like taking my daughter to the park and watching her climb up a little rock wall when she's 2 years old and can climb up a 8-foot tall rock wall.
What's usually on your shopping list, but you never buy for yourself?
I buy whatever I want for myself. Look at all my Clutch merch over there. You can see, like, I spoil myself.
No, I mean,
I'm terrible. I am a nightmare to shop for like Christmas or my birthday, because anything I want, like if I really want it, I'm going to save up and buy it for myself.
what genre of magazines, movies, or books do you find yourself consuming the most?
I think books, it's probably like historical biographies. Movies, I like dark comedies. Probably the most. Magazines? I can't remember the last. If I had to think about the magazine I've looked at the most, it's probably some kind of hot rod magazine.
Okay.
Probably the magazine Hot Rod. Yeah, but it's been a long time since I've looked at
A little TMI, when I was going through college, early stages, like high school to college.
Yeah.
I actually subscribed to Cosmopolitan magazine.
Oh, really? So you could learn about women?
Yeah.
There you go. Do a little...
It's very helpful.
Yeah, a little reconnaissance work, intel gathering.
Yep, I did it.
I did used to read my sisters. I would look at their, what was it, Teen magazine? My older sisters. I think she had Teen and Cosmo, and I would be looking through there and try to gather some intel.
That was one of the things with my hairy chest. I was like, man, I full grown hairy chest.
Yeah.
And Cosmo described that one time as me being a lush lover boy.
Oh.
I was like, all right.
Oh, I think they call it a bear nowadays.
I don't know. Some of the other things, I still have a few of the magazines at home. The premiere issue of World War II magazine, I have it, all wrapped up in plastic. I used to subscribe to that. Military History magazine.
Yeah. I used to subscribe to Soldier of Fortune.
I didn't subscribe to it, but I used to buy that often.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually think that's still around.
Is it? Wow.
I think so.
I had Fangoria subscription, which was horror movie makeup book, like how to do special effects, how all the special effects are done for horror movies or sci-fi movies. Mm-hmm. That was interesting.
There was another book that was, or a magazine, very popular in the 80s, and it kind of went along the lines of Jane's catalog of, armored vehicles or whatever.
Okay.
Jane's being the nomenclature for the compilation of this thing, whoever the organization was.
Yeah.
And they put out a magazine every month that I really, really enjoyed, and it just highlighted all the equipment that was being used by all the different militaries in the 80s. And, that was a big deal. That was peak Cold War. That was toward the end. All the nukes and all that stuff with the Soviet Union and their downfall.
Yeah, I remember reading about like Soldier of Fortune, about Rhodesia, and
yeah.
Then you would see in the back they had like all the wanted ads, like help wanted ads, but they was for like mercenaries and stuff. So you could go join up with the mercenaries, go fight in South Africa or
one of the best
French
movies
Foreign
ever.
Legion.
One of the best movies ever associated with that is a movie called The Wild Geese.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Very good movie where you get a bunch of these guys who used to be mercenaries or soldiers, and they put this team together to fly into Africa to rescue an African leader, and everything just falls apart from start to finish, and they're betrayed.
The Wild Geese.
Yeah. Very, very good movie.
When did that come out? Let me see. Look that up. What are some other mercenary movies like that? There was one with Russell Crowe that was really good, where he had like the private security, and they was Proof of Life. It was called.
Well, yeah, Predator.
Predator, yeah,
was actually a mercenary movie until Predator happened.
Yeah. What was it? Flock of Geese. What was it called?
The Wild Geese.
The Wild Geese.
Classic movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see. I don't have my glasses on, but 1978.
Mm-hmm.
They're all English. Is that Pierce Brosnan? Richard Burton, Roger Moore,
Mm-hmm.
Richard Harris, and Hardy Kruger. Oh, cool.
Very good movie.
Looks good. Tale of a team of crack mercenaries. I love that a crack team of mercenaries. It's like, what does that mean? Crack team.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that means elite. That would be like an elite team of mercenaries. But yeah, Proof of Life. If you haven't seen that, that's a good one. This woman's husband gets taken prisoner and held for ransom in South America somewhere, and Russell Crowe has this security team where they're going to try to negotiate to get him back, but then they decide they're going to go get him the hard way, and he calls some buddies up, and it has some very, very realistic military tactics in it. That's pretty cool. Even to there's some knife work in it. I'll say that. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
That is very realistic.
Well, and mercenary books were very popular in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Dick Marchenko. Did he write some?
But I'm talking about fiction, like fiction paperback novels.
Mm-hmm.
Did he write a bunch?
Yeah, I think he did. Rogue Warrior, I think, was the series that he wrote. He wrote a bunch of them.
Yeah, I mean, there were a few of them that I followed on.
That kind of the mercenary type of deal. Even it's like the Lone Ranger was kind of a mercenary, right? He was just doing his thing on his own. Or
Zorro.
Have Gun Will Travel. Wasn't that a big series back then? Back in the day, in the 60s? There's probably a lot of books like that where it's like Old West, but Outlaw Josie Wales type thing where it's just a, this guy comes into town and I'm going to straighten up the town.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
They're all bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Does that make you a mercenary?
No. Is that the same thing?
I don't know.
What about Tombstone? Wyatt Earp, that whole story where they come into town and kind of take over, but they had the badges. They were like,
they
were going to straighten up that town.
Yeah, that makes them legal.
They're legal, yeah.
So it has to be a group of people the A-team.
A-team, that's it. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Sooner or later, it's going to pop into my head.
That's the crack team of mercenaries, the A-team. Right. I love that show. What is it about that mercenary? Like, it's super appealing to men, right? It's always, you kind of fantasize like, yeah, I'm going to go join the French Foreign Legion. Or did you ever think about that when you were younger?
I never thought about joining the French Foreign Legion.
Oh, man, I did. When I was getting out the first time, I was like, what the heck am I going to do? And I was like, I should go join the French Foreign Legion. That would be cool.
But you're right. I've always wondered about the mercenary deal. Even the Rambo series kind of became a mercenary thing.
Sort of, yeah.
When they were in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
The biggest modern example is like Blackwater, the security contractors in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Well, them, and who are the Russians, the Russian group?
Yeah. I can't think of it right now, but they got their asses handed to them by U.S., like some Rangers and some Delta operators in Syria.
Yeah, but they were a big deal for a while.
They were, yeah. Something group, right? But yeah. Remember they were like flying to Russia. We're gonna kill Putin and take over Russia, and then
I guess it has something to do with the fact that you're living your own life. You're not the boss of anyone. No one is the boss of you.
Yeah, just using your skills to make some money and live an adventurous life. Yeah,
you had no loyalty per se.
Right. No, you can't. You just that's why I never applied for Blackwater. A friend of mine wanted me to get in. He's like, dude, you'd be great. Come on, let's do it. And because he had already done a couple trips with them. And, he was talking about the money and all this stuff. And I was like, dude, I'm not a mercenary. I just don't have the mindset. He's like, I'm not a mercenary. I'm a security contractor. And I was like, let me break it down for you, dude.
The downfall to it, the thing that would turn me down from it, is the fact that I could survive all these things, participate in all these different missions, adventures, whatever you want to call them. But when you get to the end of it, you've got nothing to show for it. You can't talk about it.
Right.
You can't put a little trophy up.
There's no VA going to take care of all your ailments.
I would have to think that you're always looking over your shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd probably be paranoid for your whole rest of your life.
I would think so, because you know things, or you did things that sooner or later different other organizations, maybe even government related.
Well, dude, right now there's a former Green Beret who's being held prisoner in Venezuela, who was arrested for trying to overthrow the government of Venezuela with a bunch of other mercenaries. That stuff happens all the time, where guys are getting out of the army and the CIA be like, hey, man, we got this little project. If you want to work on it, we'll pay you cash, and put a team together, get a team of guys together. They do that all the time.
Didn't they just arrest some people who were going to try and do the same thing to an island near Haiti or something?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. But it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, there's a guy out there called Mike. His name's Mike Glover, former Green Beret Delta operator.
Yeah.
He was a guard at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. He's like, dude, I've been approached multiple times by government agencies to do different things, and he's always like, man, it never is gonna, like, they're gonna sell you out, they're gonna leave you for dead, they're gonna throw you under the bus. Like, don't do it. My advice to everybody when you get asked, say no.
Yeah, I mean, that's Tom Clancy.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he's involved in all of them.
Yeah.
Or he has all the mercenaries.
Mm-hmm.
You had clear and present danger when the government hired the little group of military. They weren't mercenaries.
Yeah.
They were treated as such because they, turned off the switch and let them all hang out there in Central America to die.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's
don't do it.
that stuff's not fake.
You're kind of
real.
To me, it's like you're selling your soul for cash, man. You're just trying to. I mean, I could see how guys could feel like they have no other. Like when I was first getting out, I got out. I had a small break-in service where I was in the IRR, but I went back in the reserves real quick. But when I was leaving the Army, I was terrified. I was like, what am I going to do? Because I went to all those career counseling classes, and you take the test. They tell you, because you're MOS, here's the jobs. For me, it was like, they called it a topper in the lumber industry, like the logging industry, where you climb up to the top of the trees and you blast the tops off of these trees, or a coal miner. Those were or a cop. That was it. And I was like, I don't want to do any of those. What the heck am I supposed to do with my life now? And it's scary, man. So it really, I thought about like, oh yeah, cancel my ETS date. I'm going to re-enlist, like, because I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm sure a lot of guys do that, or they get out and they have an opportunity to go work for the State Department or whatever. Doing security.
You're right. It does kind of give you purpose.
It's something
in some way.
Yeah. I mean, what else are you going to do? Go to community college and work at Target at night? After.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing, man, is like I was just on a rifle range yesterday shooting machine guns, and then going to demo range blowing stuff up, and now I'm go to look for a job.
Gives your life an odd source of meaning.
Yeah.
So I that's where it's important, where you figure out early on who you are.
Yeah, as quickly as possible.
And maybe that's what it is about mercenaries. They really can't tell you who they are.
Yeah. I just had a talk with my son this morning. Like, you need to figure it out. What kind of man you want to be. Time's running out, dude, because you're going to be stuck where you're at if you keep on. And I said, even if you have no idea how to do it, fake it. Just pick, I told him, if you're in a situation, ask yourself the question, how would a man that I want to be handle this situation? And then do that. You're usually not going to go wrong. I was like, but you got to do something, man. That's a tough conversation to have with a young man. But
I think it's a tough conversation to have with anyone.
Yeah. I mean, I wish somebody would have said that to me when I was his age. Like, hey, dude. But when I was my son's age now, 24, I had 2 kids already. I had a wife and 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really hard to for me to relate to him, it's difficult to figure out, like, how do I navigate this relationship and not just go full drill sergeant and scream at him.
Yeah, that's the concerning part, is at some point you got to stop directing and let them start falling on themselves a little bit.
Push them out of the nest. Like, all right, dude, there you go. But the reality is, nowadays, like, if you have a job, let's say you're making $40,000 a year in the area that we live in now, good luck, dude.
Yeah.
You're going to need like 2 roommates and an apartment.
Yeah.
And
I believe there was a study that came out recently. The average age of a person leaving home is 30 years old.
I wonder what it is in the rest of the world. Like in Europe, do they leave their home that like at 18, 20?
I don't know. I mean, there was a time when we didn't even have nursing homes.
True. Right.
You had the full family home. Everybody lived together until you died.
Yeah. Yeah. I think in Europe, it's like they go by floors. So it's like the first floor is the youngest, and then you have mom and dad upstairs, grandma and grandpa up above them. Something like that. Like they just have family homes that they just keep moving upstairs, and a new generation moves in.
Yeah, we'll just keep passing people off to other people to take care of them. Like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, this is kind of the conversation we had last week about, that my dad thankfully died at home, in his home. And that's so rare nowadays.
And that may be something to be said for today's generations. I'm talking millennials, Zs, alphas.
Mm-hmm.
I think, again, that's what makes Gen X unique. Gen X is probably going to be the final generation in which we had those kinds of experiences, where family, parents, and the young kids, we're all together and we're all taking care of each other till the end. I think that's it. I don't think past Gen X it's going to be that way. I mean, Gen X is the only generation right now that has ever had to take care of their parents and take care of their children.
Yeah.
And this is the downfall of Gen X, is, we're stuck taking care of somebody else's generation before our own.
But you had that experience with the concert with younger generation kids.
Yeah.
And they're not pulling their cell phones out. They want to enjoy the experience.
The bright side, yeah.
I think the very younger generation, which I guess is Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
The ones who are going back to church in higher numbers than ever. They're wanting to go to a more traditional family lifestyle, like a stay-at-home mom, homeschooling the kids, cooking, growing their own food, that type of thing. So maybe we're trending in the right direction. Maybe, I don't know.
It could be that people are not paying attention to the news anymore.
That's a good thing, I think.
They're being quiet about it.
Yeah.
For instance, the murder rate in St. Louis has dropped.
Yeah.
You mentioned more people are going to church. Bible sales are going through the roof right now. And
we got a long ways to go to get back to where we started.
There's a lot of small things that we see, and maybe it's all kind of having a ripple effect, and we just don't know it yet. It's still on the early stages. Now, granted, let's be real. We already know what the end is.
Right.
And so it's going to get worse.
Definitely.
But there are bright spots.
Yeah.
And along the way, and that's our mission. Our mission is to always create the bright spots as long as we can. Mm-hmm. Because our job as believers is to bring as many people into life with Jesus as we can before our own lives are over.
Yeah, that's the great
because this is all you get. This is it.
Mm-hmm. Enjoy the times you can enjoy. Enjoy the heck out of them.
And I read an article this morning which reminded me, and I hate to say this, and you know what, people might think I'm cruel for saying it, but if you think you're a good person and you don't have Jesus, you're still going to hell. I hate to tell you that.
Yeah.
But it says it plainly in the Bible multiple times.
Yeah.
And you can be good morally, and you're actually the devil's best friend.
Yeah, even Satan knows who Jesus is.
And he wants you to be good morally without Jesus.
Yeah.
Because he's still winning.
Right.
It's Jesus that he freaks out on.
Mm-hmm.
So, that I might have hurt some feelings there, but
okay.
You gotta.
But the Bible says that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? And when you know the law, like say you look at the 10 Commandments and you realize that you've broken every single one of them. Once you realize that, that's the beginning of wisdom. And then so, okay, then what? Go to the Bible and read about salvation, like how you can be saved from who paid the price for the penalty for these sins. And that's when you'll start to grow and you'll realize like, oh, I don't have to struggle to try to be the best person I can possibly be, because it's actually impossible. And anytime you think like I'm such a great person and I'm doing very good things, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, because you know what? When you die and you go before the judgment seat, they're going to ask you, what did you do? And you're going to rattle off all these things you did your whole life.
Yep.
I did good. I gave money. I helped that homeless person. You know, on and on and on and on. And they're going to ask you one question. Do you know Jesus?
Yeah.
Who's that? Yep. Guilty.
Yeah. Depart.
Tough words.
But, hey.
Tough love.
Tough love. The truth hurts. All that sort of stuff. It is. It's all out of love. And I want to see as many of my loved ones and friends and family in heaven when I get there. I know I'm going to see my dad when I get there. I know it in my heart. Mm-hmm. And that brings me such joy. And so, you know, if anybody listening to the show, if this touched you, if you want to, you can pray right now. You can get down on your knees and pray to Jesus to save you. You just need to admit that you're a sinner and that you need to ask for forgiveness. It's that simple. And then get your butt to church, meet some older believers, get some guidance, get some mentors in your life, become a disciple, learn. None of that stuff is going to save you, but it helps along the way. You can understand the journey you're on.
It's all about growth.
It is. Yeah. Anyway, if you have more questions, stuff you want to ask us, you can email us at showmemk@gmail.com. We'd be happy to answer your questions about the gospel, about Jesus and what we believe. You can get us on Facebook at the Headspace and Tasting Podcast, or YouTube, Spotify. Please like, share, subscribe. That's a big deal. Comments. The more comments we get, the higher up the algorithm pushes us so we can reach more people. Mm-hmm. If you're listening from another country outside of the United States, we'd love to hear from you. Just say hello. That would be great. That's it. Do I need anything else on there? Any other places people can reach us?
No.
showmemk@gmail.com.
Or the Headspace and Tasting Podcast.
Headspace and Tasting Podcast.
So that brings us to the conclusion, which is the Booker's 2025-03.
03.
And what did you figure out?
This was a tough one for me because the Booker's 02 was 5 stars easily. I knew it as soon as I tasted it. Like, whoa, this is my kind of bourbon. This one is very good. I'm glad I bought it. But I'm going 4 stars on this one. There's something about this that is just not. I think it's the heat. I think it's the spice, the burning, that kind of is a little off-putting to me. But it's still a very, very good bourbon. I'll go 4 stars.
All right. I flat out went 3 stars.
3? Okay.
Heat is heat. Some flavor is there, but it's all about the heat. And if that's what you want, go for it. But, you know, I also rated the Booker's 2025-02 at 5 stars.
Right.
And it had plenty of heat. We even described the heat where it felt like our eyes were sweating.
Yeah, but it wasn't an unpleasant heat.
This is a different kind of heat.
This one is like heartburn heat. Like it is to me, it's like indigestion heat.
It's a lot of mouth heat is what it is. It's a lot of tongue burn. Yeah. And
looking back at my notes for Booker's 02.
I mean, if that's what you want, that's fantastic. To me, it's a straight up 3 stars.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to 2025-04. Hopefully we can get to that one.
That's on the shelf, man. Like I said, I think I'm collecting Bookers.
We might have to start doing it quarterly.
Yeah, I want to wait a little bit to open up that one.
Well, I mean, we're in the 4th quarter.
I know, but do a new Bookers every quarter?
Yeah.
It's expensive, man.
It's going to be a thing.
Costco needs to keep coming through with the...
Yeah, but we've done plenty of cheap stuff, too.
Yeah. No.
It's okay.
that's it, folks. I don't have anything else. Thank you for listening. Like, share, subscribe, comment, blah, blah, blah. We'll see you later.
Peace out.